Welcome to Business on the Vine. I'm your host, Lady Jen Du Plessis, and in this dynamic series, we dive into the challenges, breakthroughs, and victories of entrepreneurs who have turned their passion into success. Welcome. Welcome to Business on the Vine. I'm your host, Lady Jen Du Plessis, and with me today, I'm so excited, is Lady Shatira Wilks.
That's right.
I am so happy to have you here, and we're here, every time that we get to do this show, we're in a beautiful location. Today, we are at Stone Tower Vineyards in, I don't even know if we're in Leesburg or not. I can't remember where they're from. I don't know where we're at. But we have a beautiful Blanc de Blanc that we're tasting today. Just a beautiful day to be at a vineyard and see all the beauty that God has to give us. It's wonderful. So thank you for being here. Oh, and I'm not drinking that. I think I'm drinking something else. But
You're drinking something different.
I am definitely drinking something different. I'm a red wine girl. But I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me here.
And this took a lot.
Yes.
Took a lot.
It took a lot.
I said, Shatira, get here.
You said it, and I made it happen.
Yeah,
I needed
I'm
to
so
be in this
excited.
environment with you.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm proud of you too. I mean, you are very impressive. There is no doubt about it. So I want to start off with how everything started for you, because you are one of the top 3 African women in the world, business owner. And we're going to find out some of your secrets.
Okay.
Okay.
I love this.
How did it start though?
Well, you know what? Number one, thank you for such a great introductory. Okay, I didn't even know I was in the top 3, and that means I have to read. I have to look at some of these contracts and renegotiate some things, right?
That's right.
So, number one, how I started, it literally just started with me believing that there was a possibility of me doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never done anything where I didn't move in the frequency of love and abundance, and just knowing that the secret to having it all is knowing we already do first. Everything outside of that is secondary. So I just expected for God to give me blessings and allow me to utilize them in this world where not only it helped me, but it helped other people as well.
Yeah.
And all the doors just opened. All my dreams, I just got the opportunity to touch.
Well, I mean, that's so biblical, and there's nothing wrong with that. I love that,
Yes.
right? I love that
Yes.
because God doesn't. It's so funny how people are always saying, well, God, please make this, that, and please keep us safe, and and we have to reverse engineer that and
Yes.
say, thank you for us being safe. Thank you for the gratitude, the gifts, and the favor that I'm in, and put ourselves in a position as if it's already done, because He already provided it to us the moment we were conceived, right? Or even before that. Even before that.
Potentially before
So
that,
it's
too.
for us to take. He wants us to take it, right? And you always have that great positive outlook, and I think that that's powerful in business. Wouldn't you agree, compared to other people who don't think that way?
Yes, I believe it's powerful in business because it's necessary. Even in making money, we can do that easily with our eyes closed. But in order to even do so, you must know you're worthy of doing it, and you must know that you can.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
so many people show up already expecting to fail, and then they
Yeah.
want success.
Yeah.
So everything about the idea of moving towards that must work together.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, it's 75% of seeing the results.
Mm-hmm.
For me.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I love that. And, again, as a business owner, especially in today's economy, right, where everyone's worried about things. And we also have post-pandemic where so many people became entrepreneurs and aren't equipped in their mindset. They just aren't equipped to be entrepreneurs. What would you say to, someone who's starting out? What are some lessons that you learned early on? You say, definitely don't do this, definitely do that. Maybe like 3 or 4 things that you could say. This
3 or
is what
4.
you do.
Well, number one,
Mhm.
being equipped is overthinking. Okay. Don't go into any business thinking you have to have everything together. You're always learning. All right.
That's quantum leap right
That
there.
is a quantum leap
Yeah.
for sure.
Absolutely.
But if you can just expect that once you do what's necessary, the doors will open for you because you expect them to, they will. That's the number one thing for me.
Okay.
Number
Beautiful.
2, if you're going to get advice, for me, it may sound arrogant, but I do not take advice from anyone that is not living, thinking, or experiencing anything that would inspire me on my journey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean other people are not intelligent, It just means that their life is not something I desire.
Right, or they haven't been there. And this happens with a lot of people, the naysayers. Who are you to think you can get this done? Who are you to think that you should have this big business? And it usually comes from someone who has that limiting beliefs themselves, right? So they're just reflecting on you.
Well, for me, when I think in terms of naysayers, I really feel like this is an opportunity to not speak to them, but to show them that they can as well thrive.
Oh, beautiful.
That's how I look at
love
it.
that.
Because they're looking for advice,
Yeah.
and they're just utilizing their energy the wrong way. It's a blessing and a privilege when you can walk in a room and show up as beautiful and intelligent as you, and you just speak. And there's a student in the room who've learned how to change their life, but only because they heard you.
Yeah.
And only because you represent what you're living and what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's how you
love
deal
that.
with
I
naysayers,
love that.
because you're never going to change them.
No.
I'm not in the business of changing people.
No.
I'm in the business of being my authentic self.
Beautiful. Okay, so that's two things. What's the third thing you could
That's actually the third thing.
Okay.
Showing up authentic.
Ah,
Because
love
one thing about it, people can see when you're not.
Mhm.
I don't care how much you think you're hiding.
Mhm.
We know when you're not authentic.
Mhm.
And don't work for money. This is the fourth thing. Don't work for money. Work to help change humanity. Because when you work for money, you will always be chasing it.
Right.
But
right.
when you work
Right.
to help change somebody's life, the doors open up for you to
Right.
do so.
Yeah, I love that.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I love that.
And that's what prompted me to create Chicago Chicken Shack Cares.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes, and we're going to talk about
Yeah.
that. Yeah, we are definitely going to talk about it. I just saw a post that you had where a family was walking away with some food, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's so brilliant.
I love
it's so
it.
beautiful. Yeah, I think that's wonderful. Okay, so for you, it started with the belief that you could do things, right? You bought your first franchise. How old were you? Well, no, I can't ask you that question. I missed
because
that.
I'm everlasting.
And by the way, we're not gonna cut this or anything. But no, we don't ask your
No,
age.
let me say
There's
this.
no such thing
You're
as
being
age.
your authentic self.
And I will always be mine. I will tell you, like I told people for many, many years, I am everlasting.
That's
you know,
right.
because our cells are listening.
Yeah.
And I don't want my cells to hear me say, "Oh, she's 70." Wait a minute, we've been acting like she's 25. We gotta change.
And all
No,
of a sudden
we're still 25 cells. That's how we're moving. Okay, we're moving in that energy.
Okay, so were you just out of college? Were you beyond college? I don't even know how to ask this
You
question.
know what?
When
No,
did
also,
when
I
did
love
that
this.
start?
I love this. I'm still very young and youthful.
No,
When did
also,
that-
I
when
love
did that
this. I love
start?
this. I'm still very young and youthful. I love that. But what I decided, because I don't look at it as, how some people put caps on when they can be a success?
Yes. Yeah,
For
yeah, yeah.
me, and that's a good
Yeah.
question, I was very young when I started as a national handbag designer. You've seen my bags from InStyle to Ebony. I've got $6 million in free advertising. That business opened more doors for me to just decide I could try many things because other people have done it.
Yeah, because it's just repeatable, right? I
Exactly.
mean, once you learn the framework, it's definitely something.
It is repeatable, but every area is a little
Yeah.
different.
So I
Yeah.
started this business with the restaurants, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, wow.
Probably within the last 6 years.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. I didn't realize that. And see,
Because I had a business in Dominican
Yeah.
Republic
Yeah.
for
yeah.
8 years also, where I serviced over 5,000 women around the world. And that's why I received that award that you were at, the
Yeah.
International Woman of the Year.
yes. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Okay, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back and learn more from Lady Shatira. Welcome back.
Oh my goodness.
Thanks
that
for
was so
joining
quick.
us. I know, wasn't it? Thank you so much for joining us. We are here talking with Lady Shatira. You know, it's funny because both of us are dames, right?
Yes.
And you and I both have done some kind of switcherooing with our titles lately. I've noticed that you've been doing it too.
I can't seem to get it right.
I can't either. I can't
Okay.
either. It's okay. We'll talk about it offline. We'll talk about it offline and figure out what we're gonna do. Figure out what we're gonna do. I know, it's so funny. It is so funny. But okay, so you right as we went to break, you said, I did this in 6 years, in the last 6 years for the business. So what did you learn? Because you also own a lot of edible arrangements as well. So what did you learn from that you were able to apply to create such acceleration in a short period of time? And there's some thin lines in there or golden lines in there. Yeah.
Well, one of the things in business that I always say people need to do, you should know as much about the business as possible before you decide to join it. Now, I'm kind of, I don't always follow my rules because some of the things that I embark upon, I've not done the journey. Okay.
Right.
So it's a lot of work involved. And if I knew that because I'm lazy, I wouldn't do it. So that part I don't pay attention to.
So
I
you
don't want to
don't
know how
have
much work
to be
it
a
takes.
workaholic.
No,
right?
I don't want to be a workaholic. I'm kind of lazy. I don't know, but I just let
You
my
know,
mind roll.
So let me
So-
just interrupt you for a second on that, because they always say don't work harder, work smarter. I feel you should work higher.
I like that. Work
Right?
higher.
I just want to work higher.
Yes, I like
It's not
that.
about smarter. It's not about harder. It's working higher.
This is why I'm on your show. Thank you. You just taught me something. So you're never too deep in business to learn. That's one of the things.
Oh yes. Yeah.
So I do believe that working should be fun
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
I mean, you should kind of enjoy what you like.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what I learned different. So as you know, I bought edible arrangement franchises.
Mhm.
I bought 6 of them over time, and I still have ownership in several edible arrangement franchises. But as a franchisee, I saw how things work. I saw how the wheels move. I'm
Right.
not big on changing the wheels. I just joined them, right?
Right.
Because other people, I let them utilize their smarts for that.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So with that being said, it opened the door. I'm thinking, how could I do this too in franchise? Because I don't care what room I'm in. If it's 500 people, it's usually only one of us there.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And I found myself being that person, not really having a lot of franchisors to learn from. But I talk to them now. They're starting to show up. Okay. So what I did, I kind of just replicated who I am and started bringing in the correct legal team. And then I started franchising out my brand. And that opened the door because I understand both sides.
Right.
I always have to tell my franchisees, listen, I'm not against you. I'm here to help you.
Right.
Because I also am a
where you're at.
franchisee.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So now being the franchisor and the franchisee, it opened a door to the things that I can do to help change people's lives, as well as the things I can do to help elevate my own.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's 2 different worlds.
Yeah.
Because if I say I'm not going to charge my franchisee this, but I know in the world of franchising, this is how we make money,
Right.
I kind of figure out how it can be beneficial.
Yeah.
on
It's
both
win-win-win for everybody. Right.
That's what it's about.
Yeah. What did you change? Because eventually, you didn't want to go in and change everything. It's working. It's not broken. So what did you eventually change? What were some things? Was it systematic?
Yeah, well, one of the things that we've just changed is the systematics.
Yeah.
Now, other franchisors who see this will be like, why would she do that? Well, I'll tell you why. All it takes is one person to make a difference.
Yeah.
So we all know with the world and the way things have changed with the climate of finances, link cards, for example, in some areas, the EBT, it is necessary.
Right.
The world is a little different.
Franchises don't normally do that.
Oh.
I have
okay,
decided to onboard that for my Illinois franchisees because in some underserved communities, it's necessary.
Yeah.
The goal is to keep the franchisees going, to help also the community, let them know we're there, and it's uniquely different.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So when I sit at these tables to sell this brand, we will just have to show the potential
Mhm.
of what this can do, even for those buyers.
Yeah.
It's a win-win either way.
Yeah.
It keeps them in business. It helps the community. It lets people know, hey, we're not against you. We understand.
Right.
Today you may need to use your EBT card, but we have what you have so that you can eat.
Right.
Well, and I think also too, I've had the opportunity to meet one of your franchisees, right?
Yes.
And that's his community. That's his hometown, and
Yes.
he wants to have a business in his hometown to give back and pay forward.
Trevor Black. He's
Yeah,
also,
he's also-
and that's something I do a little
So
different
sweet.
too.
He brought us so much food, though.
He
Woo,
did.
he did.
was
But
so
that's one of
good.
the things I do different too.
Yeah.
I elevated a franchisee and moved them to my compliance officer
Yeah.
because this was a franchisee that did not understand the rules.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? I'll do better than that. Since he doesn't understand the rules,
I'm going to have you
I'll make him
educate
the rule enforcer.
enforcer, right?
He went in and read my FDD 20 times over
Yeah.
to ensure he was the best at it.
Yeah.
So even in that, it became life-changing for him.
Yeah.
He respects rules differently now in the world, not only the
Yeah.
brand, but he also has compassion for those who
Yeah.
don't understand it, and he's good at elevating and showing them how to respect
That's beautiful.
I love that. I love that. I love it. And I like that you're doing this because who did this? Was it Shaq who did this with Starbucks, putting Starbucks into
No.
He did. He put Starbucks into communities that were struggling and said, hey, you should get a Starbucks too.
I love the fact that I know
Yeah.
for certain, just from observation and listening, There's a bee.
That was a horsefly.
It was a horse.
It was
fly?
about this big.
Oh my God! I didn't want to fall out of the chair, so thank goodness I didn't see that. But I didn't see a horse fly. So, but
I do know just from observing,
Yeah.
some of his interviews, he's really big in having compassion for humanity.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Shaq, I saw you at the Edible Arrangements Convention. Feel free to reach out to me. Chicago Chicken Shack. Okay?
That's awesome.
Right in Illinois. We
Oh,
can
and
do
it's called
something.
Shack. It's spelled differently.
It
it is. I love what he does, but I love his heart behind it.
Yes, of course.
So,
Of course. That's what makes the best businesses, don't
It
you
is.
think? I mean, we can look at all of these businesses and it creates loyalty. Because and I don't want to name any specific business, but you
Yes.
can look at a business and say, oh, well, they this, that, and the other. But then when you look behind it, you're going, but I like him, so I'm still going to go. Or I
Yes.
like her, so I'm still going to go. So when that heart-centered, purpose-driven leader is there, it creates so much loyalty for a brand.
And when it comes to brand and loyalty is what's necessary, because especially in the restaurant world, you want the children of those parents who are capable of bringing them to your place to love your food also.
Yeah.
You want them generationally to say, I want Chicago Chicken Shack. I want a chicken tender from
Right,
there.
right,
You
right.
want that.
Yeah.
So that is a win-win. And then they feel like, oh, she did this just for us.
Right.
I love that
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
And that's what it's about.
So Chicken Shack, we only have just a few minutes. We're going to go to quick break.
Yes.
But I want to ask you about Chicago Chicken Shack when we come back about your recipe and how important that is for you to keep that. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned. We'll learn more from Lady Shatira. Well, welcome back. We are here talking with Lady Shatira, and I wanted to ask you about your Chicago Chicken Shack because this is your recipe. And it's funny when I talk to people about you, I go, she's a Colonel Sanders. It's her recipe. Where everybody has to sign something that says, I will not give away this recipe.
Yeah.
Right? So what, where did you come up with this recipe? Like, why did that happen? How did it happen?
Well, in the world of franchising, it's necessary.
Yeah.
So it did take me out of my comfort zone,
Mm-hmm.
but I sell consistency.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you do.
My franchisees sell what I hope they love.
Yeah.
So I created my own seasoning and sauces to sell to all of my franchisees. So no matter where you go, our food should taste the same.
Yeah.
That is why it was necessary for me
Yeah.
to do. So it kind of pushed me to be different.
Yeah. So it's a lot of the seasoning. I know it's about the seasoning, but do you make your chicken differently? Is it made
depends, 'cause I don't know how others do it.
Okay.
We just do it
Okay.
our way.
You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? And
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
people love it. It's very down home. It reminds me of how I make my chicken at home when I'm
Right.
frying chicken. And I just knew that if my family said I cooked good, I mean, whether I believe them or not, I just thought other people could like
Right.
it.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah,
And
and
it
so the
created the brand.
differentiator became all the different sauces and stuff. You also do something else that is really cool that I don't eat, but I think is really cool is the pickle.
Fried pickles.
Fried pickles,
That's
right.
We do a fried pickle. And now we have fried cauliflower.
Oh, then I would love
Amazing.
that. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So we try to do everything that reminds you of Chicago.
Yeah.
So yeah, there will be a day when we're sitting right in Utah. And I'm like, is this Chicago's Chicken Shack? Yes, sitting in Utah.
Right,
Because
right.
we're bringing Chicago to you,
Yeah.
no matter where you are.
Are you going to have a pizza sauce?
No.
No, but you know what? Evolve could always happen.
Yeah.
I did evolve with Chicago Chicken Shack Cares.org if you'd
Yes.
like to donate or volunteer.
Good.
Where
What's a
we
great
feed-
segment right there?
So we
Right,
feed
right.
500 to 1,000 families every month for free because
Yep.
I believe that we're not in the business just to make money, but we're in business to show the communities that we love them, we care, and we appreciate the days they do show up to support us.
Yeah.
So we think that because food scarcity is very real.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
just
yeah.
don't know it
Yeah.
because in our world
Yeah.
sometimes we're a little privileged, but
Yeah.
there's many people that really don't know where they're getting their next meal.
Yeah. When you got knighted, was your category charitable contributions like philanthropy?
It was
Was your-
skewed
or
toward
was it?
philanthropy.
Okay, because mine was
So-
entrepreneurship. Okay.
Entrepreneurship and philanthropy
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was just curious how that went. What's going to happen in the future for Shatira?
What's happening in the future is that you're going to see my brand all over the U.S. That is the goal.
Look
That
at you
is the
manifest
plan.
that. Yeah.
That's right. That is the plan. And I am open. I am always open to
Open.
more good than I've ever
Yeah.
experienced.
Yeah.
Okay. But definitely more open to agreements and negotiations. So and more franchisees.
So staying in the lane that you're in now, just really focusing on Chicken Shack, right? Chicago Chicken Shack. Is there any other expansion into other areas that start poking their heads at you that you're thinking, ooh, I might maybe, because you've done designer clothing,
Yes.
clothing,
Handbags.
yes,
Uh-huh.
handbags.
Well, you know what? The way my mind works, because I'm so creative,
Mhm.
I feel like, oh my God, I should go home and do this here. And let me tell you, I'll be selling these to every store around here. Everybody will say yes. So I'm focusing on
Right.
one thing, because this is a brand that I know, as you said, I could be compared. I'm not going to say those other big names, but I know this brand is just as big.
Yes.
And then with me being in the 3% of African American female franchisors across the US and 20 globally, I mean, there is no limit.
Right, there is no
There
limit.
is no
Why do
limit.
they say the sky is the limit?
Because they're still teaching
There's-
themselves that they have
There is
they
no
have
limit.
a stopping point.
Yeah,
They
there
don't
is no limit.
understand the sky is just the beginning.
Right.
It's so much more beyond it.
Yes,
You know?
absolutely.
That's why I said I'm more open also to contracts. Let's
Yeah.
make that happen.
That's right. So as we sit here in the vineyards, right, we're in this beautiful vineyard here at
Yes.
Stone Tower, and you're learning about vines. We've been,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
you're going to start learning all day today. We're gonna
Today
talk-
is the day.
Yeah, we're going to teach you more about vines and things. If you had a label, a wine label, what would yours say?
If I had a wine label, this is a good question, and you catch me on camera with this. I would say yes.
Ooh, I like that.
Say yes.
Would it be bubbly, like your personality? Would it be a bubbly wine?
Definitely bubbly, because that's how I move through life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I move. I believe that every
So it
door
needs to move.
is a potential.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Say
it needs to be
yes.
moving. Say yes. And if you're saying yes, you are moving.
Yeah.
So it needs to be that public.
I love it. I love it. I love it. How does someone get a hold of you if they want to be a franchisee, if they want to talk to you, learn more about you?
Yes, if they want to get a hold of me, they
Mhm.
can always send me an email. If you want to get a hold of me, you can always send me an email at chicagochickenshack.com. If you want to volunteer or donate to our mission, you can send an email or a message to chicagochickenshackcares.org. So
Right.
chicagochickenshack.com and chicagochickenshackcares.org.
Woo, that's mouthful.
That's a whole lot. That's a whole lot. I probably just did it in abbreviations, but I don't know.
Right. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank
I
you for
appreciate
having me
it
in
so
a world
much.
of options.
Yes,
You chose
absolutely.
me on a lovely day.
Yes, that's right. And there we go. Cheers to you.
Cheers to you
Cheers
for having me.
And thank you so much for joining us today on Business on the Vine. We will catch you on the next episode. Thank you for joining us on Business on the Vine. If you found value in today's conversation and would like additional support, go to supportfromjen.com. Remember, the best ideas are always discovered on the Vine, so keep innovating, stay inspired, and continue to grow.